What are the odds? A question we often ask when we think that whatever is happening is most unlikely to happen to us. Well, from my experience, the odds are infinite. So infinite that, more accurately, it's the wrong question to pose in the first place. I made the discovery that the odds were not in my favor 6 years ago, when that sickness that shall not be named turned out to be my 29th birthday gift. I was young and had no family history, so I was shocked. We go through life thinking only others will face major conflicts. It won't happen to us. But then again, it shouldn't have taken me by surprise. I mean, who am I not to be visited by that dreaded monster? And why wouldn't my breast tumor be aggressive and invasive and need chemo and surgery and radio and hormonal therapy? Why wouldn't cancer lower my chances of ever getting my then 4-year-old boy the baby brother he always dreamt of? Why wouldn't death knock at my door? What are the odds? Well, all the odds are, and so they were, yes, cancer invaded me, but no, it did not prevail. Obviously, I did. I won't take you through the 5-year-long healing journey, but I will tell you what I gained along the way, other than weight, that is. I learned that planning, urban myth. Before cancer, or BC as I like to call it, I had a clear plan. It wasn't original, but very goal-oriented. I was going to graduate, make a career, marry the love of my life. We will get 3 kids, 2 boys and a girl. And then I'll become the best mom, the best wife, the best anything I am or could be. I'll write my novels, get published, make an impact on the world, enough to leave a literary legacy behind. Then I'll grow old and eventually die in the middle of a prayer, hopefully. Silly me, I thought I was single-handedly paving the way for that journey, as if it was set in stone. When cancer obstructed me, the plan came tumbling down and was immediately replaced by other plans. The chemotherapist plan, the radiologist plan, the ER schedule, the OR schedule. New priorities were imposed on me and rearranged to be health first, safety first, sanity first, life first. I also learned that challenges reveal the real you. I remember the day I got the diagnosis, it was over the phone. I actually bullied my sweet doctor into admitting what I already feared were the results of the tests. My first reaction was to go down on my knees and thank God it was me and no one else, none of my loved ones. I can deal with this, be it pain or even death, but I cannot witness a loved one fading away before me or in pain. I just can't. Ironically, I do love the memory of that moment, the moment I found out, because it revealed something genuinely good about me. I thought of others when I was supposed to focus on me. There are other memories, on the other hand, that I shy away from. Memories of weak moments, when I lashed out at those dearest to my heart or succumbed under the pressure and broke down in front of them. It's hard to believe this, but I sometimes get a feeling I want another shot at cancer so I can perform my fighter role better. Because then I wouldn't have such pathetic moments. I would suffer more gracefully. I remember on one of the many emergency trips I had to do to the ER, I was so angry with myself, so frustrated for being weak, that I kept shouting at my ever-so-patient husband. Whoa, oh my God, I can't let cancer do this to me. I have to find more grace. At which point he turned to me and said, well, do it then. Be more graceful and stop shouting, please. But come on, let's get real here. Who said that cancer patients should be heroes? That's putting a lot of pressure on someone who already has a lot to deal with. So let's forget I ever said this. I don't want another shot at cancer. No, thank you. Thank you. I also found out that I was actually strong. The sensitive, vulnerable, immature BC Rana found an inner wealth of strength she never thought she had within. I love the AC Rana, or the after cancer Rana. Not because cancer changed me, not at all. It's because cancer helped me unveil me, embrace me, and even love me, if you can imagine that. And that's when I realized I needed something more meaningful to rely on. I needed to have faith. But faith in what? If faith had told me that I had deserved this, that this is karma, or this is for my own salvation in the afterlife, I would have lost it. No. Faith needed to be capitalized, not reduced to a mere punishment and reward system. I needed to step back and look at me from afar, instead of narrowing my vision down to a scar on my left breast or the burn mark that chemo left on my right hand. I learned that I needed to leave no room for fear, or as John Jorgensen says so eloquently, what room does fear have when I cling to trust? What room does fear have when I lean on hope? What room does fear have when I find perfection in the one place I never thought to look? In weakness. When I'm saved by the most unlikely of heroes, by grace. Faith got reshaped to what it really is. Faith not only that anything can happen, but that anything and everything should happen to any and everyone, including me. Faith that all journeys are good, all experiences are positive, all what may come will come. And come what may, we are built in a way to overcome it and endure it all. I remember when my surgeon told me that I needed to undergo chemo as part of my therapy, my treatment. It freaked me out more than cancer news itself. Losing my hair meant for me losing my pride and dignity. Along with hair loss, I didn't know I was going to experience nail loss and swollen feet and the feeling of my bones breaking as the immunity shots did their work. But I digress. The point is, going out with my chemo face felt like that nightmare when you're left stranded at school in your PJs. I felt all eyes on me and that look of pity I hate the most following me around. But then I realized I have all the rights to look like this. I am a warrior and this is one tough battle. And that's when I understood the real meaning of empathy, when I started to empathize with myself. Think of it this way. If life was on a smaller scale, just 24 hours, from sunrise to sunset, and during that day, I get a splinter in my index finger, would I spend the whole day agonizing, shouting out, why me? What have I done to deserve this? I just want to lay under the sheets and weep? Surely not. I'll try to yank it out with my nails, or find some tweezers, or even have a go at it with my teeth. Well, chances are, in our lifetime, we will get a few splinters to deal with, to say the least, enough to keep us entertained. And we will most probably get the one splinter that we feared the most. So try this with me now. Close your eyes, think deeply, and answer this question. What's your biggest fear? Is it failing math? Losing a loved one? Falling sick? I want you to rethink that fear right now. Visualize it and reduce it to a splinter stuck in your index finger. Open your eyes, look at your finger, and try to remove that splinter by any means possible. If all attempts fail, ask for help. Still there? It's okay. All you need to do is accept it, embrace it, and love it. Yes, love it and move on. Life won't hold back the sunrise for you to be ready anyway. Again, going out with my chemo face taught me the real meaning of empathy when I started to empathize with myself. But it also taught me that I should not stand there and judge people, and I should give them the benefit of the doubt. Take a moment to look at the person to your right and to your left. Chances are they have one or more splinters to be dealing with just as well. They have all the right to be who they are right now. I learned that I should not stand there and judge. I should either throw in a helping hand and assist them, or embrace them in their attempts. The least I could do is just accept them as they are, with splinters and all. The most The most important takeaway from my journey has to be what happened one day on the chemo floor at the hospital. Then I remembered that my immunity levels were so low that I was held prisoner of my room for a week, and I wasn't allowed any visitors. Prior to that incident, I never gave enough credit to my life. I always thought, I want to go first. Before my parents or my loved ones, I just can't outlive any of them. Because my loss wouldn't be as big a deal as losing one of them, God forbid. But then, that week, I hit such a low point of despair that I called my doctor and I told him, that's it, I'm exhausted, I can't do it anymore, I can't fight. Of course, he didn't pay any attention to what I said, and the eternal week was over. And then my 4-year-old boy was allowed to come see me in my room. The moment he walked in, the look on his face, the pounding of his heart, the way his arms squeezed me as he helped me, they all told me I should stay. I must survive. I am needed. My life does matter. And it wasn't because I had a bucket list of dreams that I needed to fulfill. As I looked through his eyes, the center of my universe, I realized I have to live because I cannot imagine his life without me. I hang on to life because I still needed to rotate around his word while he navigates so beautifully at his own pace. The Quran says, Allah burdens not a person beyond his scope. And the Bible says, this too shall pass. God made you the way you are to prep you to fight whatever comes your way. You are actually built accordingly. Now, how gracefully you remove that splinter is totally up to you. As long as you don't become someone else's splinter, chances are you will survive some before the sunset. Believe me, I did, against all odds. Thank you.